Hey, what's up? It's John Kizzy. You know who is he, aka Philly G, because they know who I be. And I'm here with King Tigger.
What's up?
And once again, joined by two special guests, Nightbreed.
Square Town, what's up?
Ryan.
What it do?
And we started the podcast. And today we on episode 37. And today we are talking about our top 5. Yes, I know you're used to us doing top 10s, but we're doing top 5 again because somebody wanted to do
y'all
5.
niggas talk too much. That's why.
so we did 5, but this time is the top 5 storytelling rappers.
Yeah.
And a little bit of miscommunication when Ryan asked if we could do groups, and I said no, but I should have said you could do the group members. You know what I mean? Like for instance, I wouldn't put Wu-Tang Clan down, but one of the members,
right,
because we're saying, you know, which top storytellers. Oh,
my bad.
It's
my
all
bad.
right. Open that. Which actually, you guys are here 2 episodes in a row. Last time we went this way, so this time let's go this way. Yeah.
All right, cool.
So we're gonna start with you today.
Can you read it this time?
I got my glasses, y'all. No, I'm messing with you. So we're going with storytellers, man. Okay, at 5, I made sure that the boys listened to this song before we did this podcast because they kind of had to understand why I put it on here.
It's a deep ass song, bro.
It's so deep. I had to play "Party Up" by DMX afterwards, just to get the mood back, just to get the vibe back. I had to like clear the air. That was like the incense. I had to just
the sage, bro.
the sage.
This is the lyrics, and then I was like, "Whoa, wait a minute."
Hold on. Like I got a love-hate relationship with this song. I love the artist, Immortal Technique. The song I'm talking about is Dance with the Devil. This is what got him on that list. Yeah, this song is it's a rough one. You know what I mean? Yeah. It's tough to listen to, but I had to put it on there because of the way that he spit the story out. You know what I mean? He's a real fucking lyricist. So I had to put him at number 5. That's my dude. At number 4, we're going Ice Cube.
Yay!
Yay!
I'm surprised you ain't took that one off.
No, I gotta go Cube. How could you say that, Mr. West Coast? How could you say that?
Because 2 more of us got him too.
Oh, but I'm going first. Oh shit! Last time I went live, so by the time y'all got to me, everything was set.
There you go.
But yeah, for Cube, it sounds like Today Was a Good Day.
Yeah.
And Gangsta's Fairy Tale 1 and 2.
Yes.
Especially number 2. Number 2. I hope you can play a little snippet of number 2. If you can when it comes, you know what I mean?
I'll see what YouTube allows.
Yeah. Right here.
I'm gonna link to the song.
Yeah. I seen who was it arguing? Somebody was arguing about who was a better storyteller, Ice Cube or Biggie.
Yes, it was all everywhere.
Yeah, it was like kind of went viral.
Yeah,
and
Cube had a reply. Actually, I had that written down as something to discuss.
Okay.
Yeah. Want to discuss it now? You want to do it
now?
We'll
do it. It's here now.
So for me, I was not heavy in the West Coast. Like I went to the Bay Area, but I didn't go west. Like Ice Cube, I didn't grow up on his stuff. So that's why for me, I'd say Biggie. It's just because I'm more familiar with Biggie's stuff.
Yeah.
And the one thing is funny is that, like in doing research for this episode, I went back and found out how many of Biggie's songs are stories. Like I knew the ones here and there, and then I started listening to ones that, you know, were just jams. I was like, oh no, there's a story in there too.
Yeah.
Like he is a crazy storyteller, and he's like, he sets the mood and everything. He knows how to get the producer he probably make a phone ring here, make a little chip chatter here, like this is going on, to bring the like ambient, like just sounds and stuff that makes the whole song and story. So that's why I chose Biggie and Biggie versus Cube.
Mm-hmm.
But I do know that Cube has a bigger catalog, so he probably has more to choose from.
Right.
Yeah.
So, if someone argued that, I wouldn't be like, no, you're wrong. I'd be like, I can only go on what I know. And I can...
Your perspective of it all,
And
right?
unfortunately, I only know half of this battle.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
I grew up on both of them, right? So, but again, Cube never really got into his real storytelling until he left NWA. When he started
True
going
story.
solo, right?
True story.
And at that their time, that's when Biggie was mainstream. So like you, Biggie stuff was out there. So I got to learn Biggie stuff a little bit more and understand the stories that he was going through. Every once in a while, I jump back to Cube just to refresh my West Coastness, as these guys like to call it. And like you said, Cube's catalog is much bigger than Biggie, so there's a lot more to choose from. All right, so me, I'm the type of guy that's never a greater than the other. I always say they're equal on planes because I believe in equality, right? So I would say catalog-wise, yes, Cube got Biggie overall, but storytelling-wise, Biggie can really put you in the picture with what he's saying, right? So I'll say they're equal on level altogether because they're two greats. You can't deny them, right?
No,
They're
it's
two
true.
greats. So,
It's hard to pick. It's hard to pick, especially if you know a little bit of their catalog. You don't have to know everything, but if you know a few songs from each of them, especially the storytelling songs, it's gonna be hard to choose.
yeah.
Which brings me to my number 3, and the reason why I say that is because just minutes or a little while ago,
Last week.
Just last week, I had oh shit! Too many of these, bro. Sorry, y'all. I had Biggie at number 3, which would have decided who I thought was the better storyteller. I think that Biggie kind of edged out Ice Cube. But Biggie had to go. Biggie had to go because he was on too many people's damn list.
He didn't even go down the list.
Yeah, and I won't even lie, I was afraid I was going to be last again from last week. So I replaced him with Redman. And the reason why I picked Redman is because of all the Superman Lover songs that he has.
Yeah.
1 to 52. He has like 106 versions of Superman Lover.
Yeah,
So many of them. So
what's funny? But you going first. You could have had Biggie and made somebody else have to choose.
But that's what. Yeah, true that. It happened. It happened like it happened.
Yeah, true.
True. It happened like it happened.
It's all good. Redman does deserve to be up there.
Yeah, because he really is a good storyteller, man. Especially there's one he does with Hurricane G.
Yeah.
One of the you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah,
I don't know what one it is. I think it's Superman Lover 76. It is about like I think he breaks her out of jail. Yeah, I think he breaks her out of jail. It's a dope ass song, man. I wish I knew what one it was. I could refer you to it, but I don't. I think it's 7, to be honest with you. So, yeah.
Just look up the 2 of them, and then
Just look up Superman Lover 1 to 376.
just look up Redman featuring, and then you should find
Redman featuring Hurricane G. Superman Lover. Yeah. I think that is what it is, Redman.
I think it's 7.
I'm a big Redman guy.
Yeah.
I know a lot of people say who are you, Meth or Red? A lot of people are Meth, and I understand why. But for some reason, I'm a Redman guy because I've been with him since There Is a Dark Side. So that's my dude. I bought every one of his albums.
Off the spot.
Yeah, Funk Doctor. Moving on to number 2. Call it my bias. I don't care. Tupac. Which he should be there, but I'm a Tupac fan, so I'm gonna put him there anyway at number 2. And then Brenda's Got a Baby, of course. I think that's the main song that put him on that list. That made me say, you know what, he deserves to be on this list, because that song right there, man. Not many people can tell a story like Pac.
I like the Shouldn't Want to Be a Thug. Oh, sorry. I should have waited until later. I looked it up. It's Superman Lover 6.
Oh, was it 6? I was close.
Yep,
I was close. Yeah. And but Brenda's Got a Baby. That's the big one. That's the one everyone knows. You know what I mean? So I had to bust my boy Pac on there. R.I.P. my dude. Number 1. You know who I am by now. I've been here a few times. And those that been following my episodes know I'm gonna go old school on you, because I'm an old head. And this is not gonna surprise any of the old heads. Slick Rick.
Yeah.
Come on now.
Slick Rick actually started storytelling.
I think he's one of the first ones that made it a big thing. Children's story.
Yeah.
So many people can recite that song.
How's the start?
You know what I mean?
I know if I can't. How's the start again? I know if I can't remember it.
Once upon a time, not long ago.
Okay,
For people with pajamas and live life slow. That's my boy Ricky. And it's an old school song, so I don't know our old school artist, so I don't know how much we're gonna talk about him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But
He even came back and did that with Outkast with that artist story.
Slick Rick and Outkast on this jam. Yeah.
Last week it was Ja Rule. This week is Outkast. Fuck's sake. Man. Can't escape it.
Rapper's favorite rapper.
Fuck, man. Can't escape him. I gotta open up this here shit.
Speaking of Outkast, I'll say this because I got everyone's list in front of me. Andre 3000 would have been a good person for this list, man.
Storytelling?
Yeah.
That was made.
Man, I don't know why I didn't consider him. Now that I'm glad you brought up Outkast,
The
because
reason I didn't consider him is, for some reason, I just only think individuals and groups didn't come into my mind. Like
true.
Like for a group like Wu-Tang, of course I see them as an individual because there's so many of them, right? Same with like NWA, there were so many of them. But when for some reason my brain just didn't go to Outkast, because even Big Boy.
Big Boy too, man.
No, that's why I choose you.
Come on. Was that UGK? Is that them in UGK? I Choose You?
That's the wedding one.
Yeah, I choose you.
He's filling in for DJ Luton this week, y'all. Filling in for DJ Luton with the singing. Yes, he is.
Don't hate on me because I can somewhat sort of hold somewhat of a little bit of a note when I want to. Come on now.
He lying. That was all AI.
Oh shit!
I can't sing for shit. I sing like Ja Rule.
Which one?
Ja Rule we see from '94. And the Ja Rule on
Yeah, in case y'all don't know, we looked up Ja Rule before he went solo, when he was part of, it was Cash Money Click, not to be confused with Cash Money Records, and then but Cash Money Click, and Ja Rule didn't sound like he does.
No.
Like his voice wasn't deep.
No.
He didn't sound like the Cookie Monster. He just sounded like just a little
Yeah. You're fronting, son.
Yep. Remember how DMX always said that Ja Rule stole his style and how he sound? Seen a video that it checks out.
Yeah. And I know that Be Real from Cypress Hill kind of changes his voice, but he said it out loud. He ain't trying to front like Ja.
Yeah.
Come on, bro. That ain't your voice. Even your speaking voice is the same. You know, he still does it on interviews. I want that other voice that you had, that old school voice. They had all high pitched and shit. What's going on, Ja?
Yeah.
You hurt my feelings, man. I was trying to defend you last week.
I might would have even fucked with him if fucking he still sounded like that there instead of changing it up.
Yeah,
took
true.
fucking DMX's voice and took fucking Tupac's dress.
I know.
I mean,
Well, I think when he said he was Pac reincarnated, that's when everyone was like, "Oh, you know what? yeah. I'm not gonna take you serious anymore, buddy."
Yeah, you're done.
Yeah.
You're done. That was he said that on one of the Beef songs, right? You want to see Pac?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm Pac reincarnated. Like, man, come on now, bro.
What would I be without you? Stick to that.
He just did a show in Ontario a couple days ago. I think it was London, maybe.
I mean, cease the 50 bucks.
Yeah, it was London. I think it was who was all there? It was Maya.
That's,
The Hot in There concert.
is that
Yeah, was it hot in here?
That was Nelly's. That was Nelly's concert.
No. Because T.I. headlined it, did he?
T.I. was at the Hot in
T.I.
There.
was there.
Oh, then maybe it was the same one.
Nelly was the headliner, and then he had all kinds of other people underneath him.
Yeah, we were gonna go to that.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's
we
we
talked
talked about that. Was it in London?
I think it was in Toronto.
It
was in downtown Toronto?
Downtown Toronto, at the park.
Oh, for some reason I don't know why I thought it was in London.
It could be another one. It probably another one right after in London.
Yeah. But I seen John and Ashanti were up on stage, and they sounded good together. I won't lie. After all these years, sounded good. I just wish he would have used his original voice.
Wouldn't sound right.
Yeah, and it would, you know.
Yeah, you can't even imagine what it would be like.
His voice would be higher than Ashanti's, bro.
I can't even attempt to do it. You know, you got to see it for yourself.
Yeah, you gotta look up that song.
It'll have you scratching your head, wondering about Ja Rule, being like, "Yo, bro, when's your voice get that deep?"
He got beat out for his chain. He got punched in the throat. Fucked up his voice box.
Oh. And I used to stick out for him. I used to feel bad when 50 was giving it to him. But after seeing that, I'm like, bro, you deserved everything you got, Ja. Everything. Did he ever?
Well, that's a
Where we at?
I'm done.
Yeah,
I did Rick Luna. Yeah.
So now it's your list.
I can't wait to listen to this one because I want to figure out how the fuck we got the Ja Rule anyway.
Yeah.
I don't know how the fuck we got there.
Rick the Ja Rule.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's how we do.
Oh shit! All right, so my number 5, I got Nipsey. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I spoke about Nipsey last week on the pod. You know what I mean? Just this man's inspirational. The song I had for Nipsey was Lord knows I can't read right now. Yep, ain't gonna say that one because I can't read it. I Do This with Young Thug and Mozzie in it. Right, so that's a hot little song and it's a nice little story going through it.
My bad. That my wife was covering the fuck in, bro.
About to hold it up to you.
I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry, T. My bad, bro. Wow.
That's all here doing ads right in the middle of my list. That's what you want to be funny through my list. I'm gonna do ads through yours. Oh shit! But yeah, Nipsey's a great storyteller. You know what I mean, so my number 4, even though someone stole it for his number 3, is Redman. I can't say no more about Redman.
Because he even stole your songs, didn't he?
He even stole my song. Right? Well, stole all 40,000 of them. Yes.
Yeah.
Did I have another one for him? Nope. But Redman, again, like T-Bone said, like, are you a meth man or are you a Redman guy? Now, I was always a meth guy, but I found Redman told a better story than what meth did, right? Meth just had more to say, opposed to telling the story is the way I looked at it. So, that's the way I perceive Redman, right?
That's a good point.
Yeah.
Has meth ever had a story?
Just the one with Mary J.
All you need.
Yeah.
All I need. All
I
I
don't
need.
even know if that's a story. That'd be probably more an emotional thing. Because he's just saying, there's no like story to it. He's just
Yeah,
Yeah,
sure.
the only other
I
one-
guess the video's more the
The only
story.
one I
Yeah.
can think about was the second one that came out when the How High movie came out.
Oh,
It had a girl on the
Yeah.
course and she kept coming to the apartment. He kept coming to the apartment trying to get her back.
Oh,
I forget
what
the
the
name of it.
fuck is that? That was a jam too,
Yeah,
bro.
round and round.
Round and round. Yeah.
Yeah. That
Fuck, was that even really a story?
no, it's not.
No,
It's
it's
just talking. It's a relationship song.
Yeah. Well,
But I like.
I think he's trying to explain the story.
explain the story.
Great area.
No, that's where he has that line. He says, "I was gutted when you met me, gutted when you left me, gutted when you came back. Face it, nothing can change that." I think it's more a relationship. I don't know if it's a story.
I got you. Yeah.
So yeah,
That line doesn't sound like he's telling the story. It's just
talking to her.
it's just straight by her son.
Yeah. Pretty much. You know what I mean? So at my number 3, I got Mr. Dogfather himself, Snoop Doggy Dogg. And the song, few songs of his that stuck out for a great story. And we'll go right to Gin and Juice because the video went right along with everything that he was saying the whole way through, right? Even though it was not like a deep film song, no, but it was still a story that he was telling.
Yeah.
But the deep film one that was for me was Murder of the Case.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Murder was the case, man.
Right? Like Murder of the Case. He went in on that there. I was like, man, I'm right there with you. Like I'm there with you right now, bro. Like let's get you out of fucking jail, get back to your kids and shit. Like I'm there with you, right?
Teardrops my eye.
My body temperature falls.
I'm shaking and they breaking, trying to save the dog. Pumping on my chest and I'm screaming. See, I go, stop it! I'll go in
My boo boo's about to have my baby.
But yeah, man, I mean, even the demon in that.
Oh yeah.
Like, he had the demon was rapping in that, right? Like,
Oh yeah,
like,
yeah.
Right, you know what I mean? Tell him like basically was Lucifer.
Yeah, he said
basically,
that
you know what I
ass
mean?
started tripping, that ass is mine.
Yeah,
Yes.
right. So but it almost seems like it brings into reality of now. It's like Snoop, if you don't keep striving like how he's striving right now, that demon's coming for you, right? So maybe he went back and listened to Murder Was Cases like shit. I need to go get my fucking royalties. I need to go get Death Row. I need to go get this. I need to go right. So,
Hey.
Did you hear his album went back on Death Row?
yeah,
He had like a 40-minute music video.
Yeah.
All like
yeah, right. And I apologize, Snoop. Much of a fan as I am of you, I gotta listen to more of your new shit because this motherfucker got me too busy to listen to anything. Got me listening to all these motherfucking Kendrick and all this shit. So I gotta catch up on your music, bro. You know what I mean? So now, my number 1, we already talked about. We had a little interlude, prelude, commercial, whatever you want to call it. I mean, these guys will flop back and forth. I got the West Coast guy on top, of course, because I'm Westy. You know what I mean? But that's Biggie and Ice Cube, right? So again, for Biggie, the song that I got for Biggie, we discussed this last week with Suicidal Thoughts, right? There's no, like, let's just say Ready to Die. That whole album, like T-Bone said, from start to finish, you're going from when he was born to the time that he took his life. That's what the whole album was about. All the in-betweens is about how he was making it into the rap game. He was selling drugs and he was doing this and he was doing that. He's fucking chicks. That song still got me in trouble, boy. That little fucking skit, bro, where he's fucking banging the shit with that fucking girl. Oh man, that got me in trouble. Motherfucker! Fuck me, Biggie! I was like, fuck. Okay.
Yeah, Mom Duke's come knocking on the door. What you doing in there, boy? What you doing in there? I'm calling you Biggie. He was like,
They broke the bed. You heard the bed break. Boom.
oh yeah, you know Biggie's breaking the bed.
You fat motherfucker. Fuck you, bitch. But yeah, like I said, Biggie, man, that whole Ready to Die album was a emotional story, right, from start to finish, right, and then, like I said, Suicidal Thoughts was a story within a story. I mean, you got a guy that had all the riches, but yet feels though he still hasn't succeeded and wants to take his own life. Like, that's fucked up. You know what I mean? So, yeah. And then, like I said, man, Mr. Ice Cube himself, Mr. Political, and the song that I hit for Q was Once Upon a Time in My Projects, right? And My Summer Vacation. Those two crazy fucking songs where, again, if you listen to them, you can see what he's trying to say. And I think My Summer is the one that actually had the video. And the video goes right along with everything that he's trying to preach, right? So, yeah. So, yeah, that's my listening in that show, bro.
Man, I like that list, bro.
It's crazy because the thing is, like, even though we're West Coast, man, I can talk about Biggie for a long fucking time. For a long fucking time, right? Biggie was my East Coast guy. Or all the guys on the East Coast, Biggie was my East Coast guy, right? So,
Ice Cube's one of the craziest writers in hip hop history, if you ask me.
Is he?
You know, he was the main writer for the biggest hip hop group ever.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If you ask me, like NWA, I know there's Wu-Tangs and the Bone Thugs, but NWA started that shit off, man. And he was writing. Yeah, I know. You know, he wasn't the only one writing. I know Lorenzo was writing some shit. MC Ren, but like a lot of the albums that he was on, he was writing a lot of that shit, man.
Yeah, man.
We're all easy shit, you know, easy,
All easy shit.
all easy shit,
All
man.
easy shit.
So when it comes to the pen game, man, you can't fuck with Cube.
No.
You know, it's so good that he had to change the movies.
Yeah. I think he was even tweaking some of fucking Dre's fucking rhymes for him.
Oh yeah, definitely,
Well, Dre,
definitely.
Dre didn't, right?
No, Dre don't never write. When is
He might write a few on the
Dre?
We actually listen to them, man. He might write a few.
Well, you know, Snoop was here, so we'll see. I like.
Yeah.
He would never answer that.
No,
but.
fuck no.
Maybe he wrote it, but Snoop was telling him what to write.
Yeah, exactly.
See, I wrote it.
Well, Snoop,
Choreographer.
he has Snoop and Pac over there, so you know.
On his Diddy shit, don't worry if I write rhymes. I write checks.
And make headphones.
Yeah.
True. Oh shoot. Yeah.
You can't see it?
Yeah, no,
You can't see all that room you got there.
I was, you know what messed me up is that I was going by the board and I thought he was next, but no, we're going by the seating.
Yeah.
So okay, all right. My number 5 is Biggie. Everyone's talked about him so far. Songs I got for him is Juicy. It's a story, but it's more biography, sorry. But yeah, it's still a story. And Niggas Bleed Just Like Us. And of course, I got a story to tell.
Yeah. True story.
Yep.
This
Yeah.
ain't the whole album, bro.
Yeah, that's a
All
true
the
story.
Just name all the albums.
Yeah, Biggie, really like Biggie and Freak. Somebody's got to die. If I go, you got to go. That's all. That's a dope track. Another nice story by Biggie. Yeah, Biggie's full of stories, man.
Bro, even Hypnotized. Even though that's more of a club jam, listen to the actual lyrics. He's telling the story in that too, right?
True that. He always does. Yeah, Biggie was good like that.
Who shot you?
Shit.
I mean,
It's up to you. You
Biggie.
Biggie.
From the obsolete.
Number 4 is Nas. And with that, I got his firm song "Phone Tap." Like that whole song was a story. Where,
What was that? It was the sound of approval mixed with a yawn, bro. That's what it was. I tried to co-sign you, and I yawned at the same time.
co-sign me is a beer.
Oh shit!
Is there a Yeti in this motherfucker? Like, what the fuck?
Yeti approves. Oh shit! All right, yes.
You try to hold it in.
Man, I tried. I'm sorry. It's fucking buds, man. I'm fucking up, man. I'm fucking up.
That was a good one. What was that? Oh, phone tap. Anyways, it's a whole story, and everybody's involved in the story, which makes it really good. And the other song is Rewind, where he tells a story in reverse.
Oh, nice. Yeah, listen to that one.
That one, oh, it's crazy. Some of this, oh yeah, it's crazy. Even some of the stuff that they say when he's quoting someone, he quotes them backwards. It's dope. My number 3 is Jizza Genius. Jizza the Wu-Tang Clan. And if you want to check out his stories, check out Cold World. Babies, that was on Iron Flag, I think. Gold. And Killer Hills 10304. That's a life of a drug dealer. Yeah, he's good at storytelling. Jizza he don't get enough love.
Listen, we gave him a whole pod, nigga. Fuck.
No, we didn't. That was Deck.
Oh, was it Deck?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was
That's enough. That's enough.
That was Deck.
See, he doesn't get enough respect. He don't even know the difference. Gotta teach people.
I met Jizza like real briefly, man. He came down one time. He was doing the marquee.
Was that during the pop explosion one year?
Yeah, I think it was.
Because I seen him. I went to that show.
Were you at that show?
Yeah.
Well, when it was over, we all went to the back because we knew we had to leave out the back. So a few of the, it was mainly people who rapped and Smooth. Smooth was there.
Okay.
Big up Sarah Smooth, and Smooth wanted to get a little, what do they call it? Like a little.
Like
snippet,
a sound bite,
little sound bite,
like a drop.
Yeah, a little drop for his show, right? And first the security guard was like, no. And like I could see on Smooth's face, Smooth was kind of like, fuck you, man. My Smooth a nice brother. Like he ain't gonna say it, but you can see on his face he was wanting to say something. And then I guess somebody went over to the car that Jizza was in and said that one of the fellas over there just wants a soundbite from you. And he came with the fucking car, walked over, said I was standing right next to Smooth. He said what's up to everybody, gave everyone props. I all I could say, I didn't know what to say to him. It's a fucking Jizza in front of me. I know what I said to him. I looked at him, I said, respect, man. He was like, corny ass shit. But he was like, that's all I could think of, right? And he was like, of course. Like that. That's how he responded, like a true New Yorker. Then he ended up giving Smooth he called Smooth over to the car. And they walked over to the car and fucking did the soundbite, man. So
nice.
Jizz is a fucking man. Yeah, he is the man.
Yeah, he was my favorite Wu-Tang member for a long time. Yeah, just a genius. Yeah, and that's cool, man. I wish I knew that. I would have stayed behind after the show if I knew about that.
Yeah, I got to fucking like shake the man's hand. So I was so so excited that like I was pissed that I just said respect to him. I could have said so many things, but that's all I could say.
Nice. Well, respect, Jizza. Number 3 on my list. Number 2. Number 2.
You gotta do me like that. You gotta do me like that. Respect. Respect. How do you say it like that? Respect. Oh shit! Of course. You're ruthless, guys.
Of course. Number 2 on my list is DMX. And this is why I was scared that he was going first, because he'd take my songs.
Like you did mine last week.
Yeah. That's how we go. Songs I got for him is Damien. Actually, my son's middle name is Damien because of this song. Stop Being Greedy. I love that. I love that story. ATF. Remember that one?
yeah.
Boom, boom, boom. Hit the door, ETF. I like, what's that line where he says, he's driving and he almost hit somebody. He's like, you almost hit the lady. He's like you said, almost. And Crime Story, that's a good one too. Now my number one, going back to Wu-Tang, is Ghostface Killer.
You go back to Wu-Tang, bro?
Yeah, of course. Now, his verses is crazy. The verse from Heart Gently Weeps, that was on the 8 Diagrams album, crazy. It's a story where he's going to the mall, like he's going to pick up some milk or something, and bumps into an ops. And it's talking about them fighting in the aisle, and he describes how the fucking groceries is falling all over the place. He's trying to go for his gun, and yeah, it's crazy. And Impossible, a lot of people probably know that verse from Wu-Tang Forever, where one of his men got shot, and he's there talking to him. It just goes through his last minutes on Earth. And then 12 Reasons to Die. It's a 2-album series. And it's a series that he did it with, I forget the producer's name, I'll put it on the screen. Anyways, it's a whole story. Like, each song leads into the next, and it tells a whole story. Whenever there's a guest appearance, like a feature, they play another character in the story.
I must have slept on that, bro.
There's 2 of them.
Really?
Yeah.
I gotta go home and check
I actually physically bought the first one. But yeah, 12 Reasons to Die. It's funny. He plays the Ghostface Killer. He was like a mobster that got. I don't want to ruin the story. It is a story album, and it's tight. But that's why Ghostface. He has 2 full albums of story. So that's why he's number 1 on my list.
Yeah, the only other rapper I knew who did that was Sticky Fingers.
Yeah.
Another person that did that was that was Sticky's first solo. Yeah, another person that did it, Brother Lynch Hung. But his stories is, he plays a serial killer named Mandible Hector. It's like a play on something like that. But it's like,
hold on, who you say?
Brother Lynch Hung.
Where the fuck's he from?
What's Brother Lynch?
Hung?
Yeah.
Hung?
Yeah.
I thought he said hum.
No.
Oh, okay.
Something John did
From
this.
the square.
Brother Lynch Hung. Shit.
Where he from?
I think he's from Sacramento. He was signed to Tex label for a while.
Okay.
But
okay.
Yeah,
that's what I meant. Like
he had a lot of. He was in the news because this is back when they try and blame crimes on music, right? Mm-hmm. But he had some crazy song that somebody listened to like a bunch of times in their car before they went and murdered someone.
Okay.
I tried to do that to Pac too.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
They tried to do it with the Bone too.
They try to do it all gangster rap music, right? So.
Speaking of stuff like that, how do you guys feel about the court system using lyrics against rappers when they're on trial?
No, can't do that.
Not even saying lying about their stuff anyway.
Yeah.
They're telling someone else's story.
Exactly, right?
Ain't that some bullshit?
That's wild.
You can't use that.
Well, the way I see it, are you gonna put Quentin Tarantino on trial and then bring up all his movies?
All his Kill Bills and shit.
That's the fucked up
Kill
thing.
Bill.
Yeah, that's what I hate whenever they say about violent music. Movies are way more violent than maybe not what Brother Lynch Hung talks about. Because I was going eating people and all this and stuff, and he's like, I gotta get that meat. And he thought that's why he's crazy.
Seriously, what was one of the biggest Netflix sensations in the last little bit? That Ted Bundy movie.
Yeah, that Ted Bundy.
No.
It was?
And
Jeffrey Dahmer.
Jeffrey Dahmer. Yeah.
That and Squid Game.
Yeah, Squid Games is murdering people.
Yeah, Squid Game was fucked up.
You know.
I guess you can't make a song about murdering somebody, but you can show that shit.
Yeah.
That's crazy. That's probably it's fucked up.
And no one's going on trial for that, right?
No one's going on trial for that. And you'll like speak bad about lyrics in hip hop songs that, sexualize stuff. Mm-hmm. But yet somebody can tap 2 things on their phone and have porn on their phone, and ain't no one trying to ban porn.
Yeah, exactly. Shut up. I'm pretty trying some shit. If I could go on my phone tomorrow and be like, Google has banned porn.
Oh shit! You know what? I'd have to look it up. There is a state that did ban porn.
Oh, probably fucking
What?
Alabama or Arkansas or some shit like that.
North Dakota.
Man, there's some wild stuff in the States. I was listening to a news radio interview. This place in Texas, kid you not, they put sugar in their water. Their water supply. Like,
Oh yeah, they put sugar right in the water supply. Yeah.
They what?
They put sugar right in the water supply, bro. Right in the water supply.
There has to be a scientific reason for this
I
shit.
don't know. They want people to get their 8 or 9 glasses a day.
Utah.
Utah?
Pornhub is banned in Utah.
But Utah's like
Oh, that makes sense.
a lot of
That makes
Mormons
sense.
and stuff
Yeah.
down there, right? So that makes
Yeah,
sense.
Ezekiel said no more.
I don't even think they got strip clubs down in Utah, bro.
Because Ezekiel said no more. We need Burns built, but they're too busy on their iPads with the Pornhub. We gotta ban it. Burns won't build themselves. Ezekiel. Ezekiel and Jebediah.
Brother Jebediah. I think Jebediah was the vote that turned it over.
Yeah. Good old Jeb.
Oh fuck, man!
Y'all thought last week was bad.
This shit went off the rails, bro.
Did you know? I don't know how much I know about it because it's only stuff I heard. But apparently, part of the Amish thing is that I don't know what age it is, but there's a part where you're allowed to leave the community.
Yep.
Yeah.
And see it.
And you can make the decision whether or not you want to come back or not.
Yeah.
Right?
You're supposed to go out and be just go out and do everything.
Yeah.
Get your freak over the system.
Yeah.
Now, mind you, before you leave, they're scared to live and fuck with you about the real world.
Yeah.
Right? So they put that fear of their religion into you before you go out there. Then you get out there, but a couple of them girls come over free. Yeah, no.
I know there used to be a show on. I don't know if anybody's ever seen it. It was called Amish Mom.
Yeah.
I was going to ask about that. What is that?
I'm sure it's real, bro.
Ezekiel and Jebediah.
I heard the guys went
He turned it up.
I'm sure it was real. Yeah.
For sure.
I mean, there's always some truth behind some of these stories and movies, bro. I guarantee it. Guarantee it.
I forget what it's called when they when you go out. I think it's when you turn. What's the age?
I think it's legal age. I think
It's
it's
legal once you turn legal.
I think it's like 18 or 19 or something that they're allowed to leave, right?
Hey, I'm not putting no disclaimers up for this stuff. We're just saying we ain't Amish, so we don't know.
Yeah.
We're going by what we heard.
Again,
So I need researching.
we think.
Yeah.
You know.
I can't remember the name of it.
I don't want to offend no Amish people.
Amish friend,
You know,
Don't need Jebediah in the comments. Fuck you.
let's come up on here and his coach. His stagecoach. Throwing a pitchfork at you.
Like that slingshot.
Yeah, slingshot. Oh shit.
I'm sorry.
It's jokes.
We apologize.
sorry.
We went too far. I
Yeah,
know we
don't.
went too far.
Jebediah, don't come after me.
No.
Ezekiel, we cool.
16 to 21 is called Rumspringa. I know I'm probably pronouncing that wrong. I apologize.
Well, that's what it looks like.
It's called Rump Shaker,
Rum Springer.
and that's what they do.
Rum Springer.
Because all they want to do is zoom, in a boom,
So,
boom.
from the ages of 6, so I think they're allowed to leave from the ages of 16 to 21. Generally extends from the age of 16 to
5
21.
years?
Right there, Rumspringa.
It should just
You
be
can
Rump
leave for
Shaker.
5
Yeah.
5 years?
Yeah.
Bruh. You be lucky to see me back in that bitch. In that raggedy bitch. I'd be
this
like,
is-
I'm driving.
This is parental supervision is relaxed, and teens might engage in drinking, dancing, watching TV, and even driving cars. Oh yeah, this motherfuckers don't even drive cars. They drive waves
even
and
driving
shit.
cars. Like, what?
Yeah,
I'll come back only to drive by in a Porsche.
man, I just watched a show with that shit.
You know when they go back? When they get their first paycheck and see how much tax is taken out of. Like,
Yeah, you know what? You know what?
maybe I had a good thing going.
The cornfields look kind of good right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck this. Fucking mopping floors with a fucking janitor. Fuck.
Who is this IRS? Who art thou?
Bro, I can't remember. I just watched the series. Was that shit, man? Like these motherfuckers out there. Like your boy left, became rich and a gangster, right? But all his fucking family was still Amish and shit like that there. And then the niece left, right? And I can't remember. I'm pretty sure the niece slept with the uncle.
This Amish Mafia?
I don't know if it was Amish Mafia. It was another fucking. I think it was another show. I can't remember the fucking name of it though.
Shit.
Right? But it was crazy, man. It was. I can't remember. I only remember bits and parts of it, so I'm trying to group all the people's faces together and see if there was another aspect of the show or whatnot. I can't remember the fucking. I watched the main series, really, honestly.
How do we get the Amish?
I'm looking at Ghostface Killer because that's the last person we talked about. And I'm trying to figure out how the fuck did we get Amish over there? Like, where does Amish come from? Ghostface Killer.
Here, bro?
I'm like, is Ghost? No, he ain't Amish. What did he do? What song? Like,
What song did you say?
12 Reasons to Die, because it was about. So your list is next.
I was just waiting for you to process for you.
So yeah, let's get on to what you got.
So my list, my first one I'm going to start off with will be DMX.
All right.
Right.
The song that I think about for that is Here We Go Again.
Here we go.
Feeling lucky to click. Looks like you are. Click, click, click. I ain't going too far. Yeah, that's right. That's probably one of my favorite songs by DMX, and it's a whole story the whole way. And he got a lot of other songs that he tells stories throughout it, right?
Yeah.
Just even going back to Slippin', that's a story about his own life, right? And how he decided to get better. I had Joyner Lucas on my list, but I got to bump Joyner Lucas on. Sorry, buddy. But we talk about people from groups and stuff like that. I got one person from a group that I wanted to name would be Mr. Cheeks.
Okay.
Renee.
Yeah.
I think almost every one of us can go right in with that, right?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Crazy world, lifestyles of the rich and famous.
Yeah, me and my crazy. Can't escape this life that I'm living. I'm in love with two women.
Yeah, Shane gonna be mad that he got bumped up. Shane loves Joyner.
I watched that. I watched. What's that song called? Someone's name?
Oh, it was Ross.
It's a Ross something. Ross Capri something.
The video and everything goes with it.
Man,
he's very talented.
Man, I'm glad you said him because he deserved to be up there.
Yeah. And that's funny you said this song because that's the one that got him up.
I know you bumped him out, but I understand why.
Yeah.
Mr. Cheeks, man. I don't know if many people will understand that, but I get it.
Oh yeah.
I get it.
I had him on my list, but we said 2 songs, and I forgot about those other 3. I only remember Renee for some reason.
That's the standard one. You probably remember every lyric to it.
Yeah, because I killed both versions. Remember the original version that was on the Don't BMS soundtrack? Totally yeah. Totally different beat and everything.
Yeah.
All the same lyrics, so.
Oh, yeah.
Anyway, sorry, go ahead.
And also, the next person would be Ice Cube. As we know, like, fantastic storyteller. Today was a good day. Fantastic, right? Yeah, and there was another one that you guys all mentioned earlier. Earlier.
Was it
last week?
You might have.
Gangsta's Fairy Tale.
Oh yeah.
Gangsta's Fairy Tale. Yeah.
That's
very too many more above them.
Yeah, man. Because
who
who does that though? Takes like kids fucking like fairy tales and makes a fucking song out of it in a story. And the story makes fucking sense.
Yeah, exactly.
You're on the next level. You're on the next level of writing. And like I said, if anyone never heard them songs, go back and listen. Especially part 2. Part 2's the dopest version.
Yeah.
You know, part 2, the beat's banging on part 2. Part 1's good, but part 2, the beat just, come on.
For sure.
He's able to twist it a little bit better, right?
And then next on my list is Nas. And what got him there for me was One Love. That song is
yes.
It's just the whole story where he's talking before from jail and he's talking to the little kid on the block and some got jewels in his pocket that he can sell if he chooses to. All that. Yeah.
Dope.
All right, Nas, I gotta give you a little bit more respect, bro. I never grew up listening to him, right? So
You know what?
I gotta go back so I listen to his shit.
Same here, man. Like I listened to when what was the second one? I Am, or was it was written? Anyways, I got onto him on the second album, and then I kept hearing how his first album was a classic, right? But it was in an era where so much good hip hop was coming out that I still didn't go back to it. I didn't listen to it until I was like in my 20s, like Illmatic.
Yeah. Know who put me on the Illmatic? Fucking Louis.
Really?
Man, big up Louis, because this guy, when the new song would come out, he called me first thing in the morning, right? I swear to fuck. He called me at school started at 8. He called me at 7. And he'd be like, before class, you gotta come down here. There's this fucking song you gotta hear, right? And he was the first one that showed me Ooh Baby, I Like It Raw, Old Dirty Bastard.
Oh, okay. Nice.
He did this to me constantly. Like, I can't count how many times this guy called me up first thing in the morning. It's like, you gotta come down my house for a sec.
Where was he getting them from?
I don't know.
I don't tell him, bro. He wanted company in the morning, bro. He wanted company. You know what I mean?
Sometimes it was a video. So like he was killing much music at this time. So he catch the video, the premiere release of the video.
Okay.
That's what he would do. Get the first release of the video. He'd catch that, record it, and then call me because he knew I'd appreciate it, right? And then, like, man,
remember that?
About Illmatic,
recording the songs, making the mixtapes.
Because that's what's wrong with kids today. Why they have no patience. Remember the patience we had? If you missed Rap City, you wasn't getting nothing rap until tomorrow. You would have to wait.
Yep.
Yeah.
Or you gotta set your VCR for fucking 4 o'clock in the morning when it repeat.
And if you lived in a place with siblings and stuff, you had to take control of the TV early. Yeah. So you had to watch all that bullshit before Rap City.
Yeah, bro.
And sitting there and wait. Just wait and record. Yeah.
And this was pre-BET though.
Yeah.
There was no Big Tigger.
No.
Rap City to us was half an hour.
Yeah.
Yes.
And it was just videos.
Master T.
Yeah.
I remember BT.
Master T. Master T was Extend the Mix.
Yeah, Extend the Mix. That's right. Extend the Mix. Master T.
But
so you had Rap City and Extend the Mix.
So Rap City never really had a host that I remember. They just played the
Master T.
Master T did Rap City.
I think he did Rap City.
Oh, maybe for a while. But at this time, Rap City had no fucking host. No. They just played videos.
I know we had a half hour, cuz.
That's it.
We had 5, maybe 6 videos. And then that's all the hip hop for you today.
Yeah. That's it.
Yeah.
That's it. The rest was fucking hair bands. Bon Jovi and shit.
I remember the Wedge used to come on radio. I don't even know what that was because I took the TV off and went and did something else when the Wedge came on. I don't know what kind of music it was.
I don't know if y'all down the States know what. And look up Electric Circus if you want to fucking. If you want to know what was going on back in them days, look up Electric Circus.
Oh, I forgot about that shit.
It's like imagine if Soul Train was whack.
Okay, he ain't gonna say it. He ain't gonna say it, so I'll say it. Imagine if Soul Train was white. That's what he's trying to say.
That was American Bandstand. But think of American Bandstand if
they were Canadians.
If they were Canadian and they were all Molly. Everyone in the room. And it was all electric.
Yeah.
Same dance for an hour. Didn't it last? It was more than an hour, wasn't it?
It was long.
I think it was like 2 hours, bro.
Rap City got a half an hour. Electric Circus got like what?
I think it was 2 hours.
Electric Circus got 2 hours, and Rap City got 30 minutes, yo. Sometimes it was an hour. Sometimes they give you an hour Rap City, but
that was later on down the road.
Yeah, later on. At this time, it was only half an hour. You know,
because it got too much. Because, like I said, it was only 5.
Yeah.
Yeah, with commercials, you only had 5 videos.
Yeah,
and one of them, at least one song had to be Canadian.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
Yeah.
So Maestro.
Maestro.
Or Chocolate.
Yeah.
Cause I used to love
Chocolate.
Rap City, cause man, like they would play like shit that was hip hop. They played like Killer Army and Sons of Man, Boot Camp, Helter Skelter, like stuff like that.
Who else? Oh, Cardinal.
Cardinal.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
No, Cardinal wasn't that big back then though.
No, but
The show was really big.
Back then it was Rascals.
The Rascals.
Yeah, Rascals too.
Ghetto Concept.
Yeah.
Easy on the motion. Chaos.
Swollen Members later on.
Swallow Members a little later.
Remember Dream Warriors? Did you
Dream
always say-
Warriors, man.
Okay.
Come on, man. Wash your face in my sink. In my sink.
Hey, it wasn't just me too. I know he's not Canadian, but they always had one by KRS-One on there too.
Oh, yeah.
Always had a good
Come on,
one.
Chris.
You know what I mean,
Chris.
But my other favorite,
It's
one of
true.
my other favorite Canadian, Michie Me.
Wow. Jamaican funk. I think she's still doing it, yo.
is she
Is she down here right now? Mishi Me?
for Jazz Fest?
Yeah, I heard
should've
that
got
she
tickets
is.
for
Yeah.
You're right, man.
No, I should have got tickets for that. I've seen all these people taking pictures with
Mishi
Shaggy.
Me.
and shit.
I'd love to see Mishi Me.
I wasn't me, guys.
How did that happen so fast? I forgot all about the Shaggy coming down.
Bro, Shaggy sitting there look like a fucking broke painter, bro. You know what I mean? Fuck, bro. You see his pants, bro? Because the picture I see of Shaggy got fucking denim jeans on, and on the bottom, they're like splashes of paint of yellow. It does look like he just got finished painting someone's house yellow. Like,
Hey, everyone got their side hustle.
I'm sure they
Everyone
do.
got their side hustle.
I'm sure.
If you ask me, you'd be like, it wasn't me.
Oh, I wish I could find. I forget who posted that. I wish I could find that picture.
Oh, you still got your number one. Oh, did you
Yeah.
name it?
No, he didn't say it.
Do it, yeah.
I'm sorry.
So another one that if y'all interested in listening to some Nas, check out Vocal Rhymes is off the Lost tapes.
Okay.
It's not like a whole storytelling song with the last verse because it's just him picking up different pieces of his rhyme book, rhyming the different parts, and the last verse he rhymes about like how he's like about his kid and about how he's like jealous of how innocent they are and how they just get accepted and all that stuff. Fucking deep.
I can feel that, man.
And then, of course, that's my favorite. That's my favorite. That's I feel like the best in the game that ever existed. Tupac.
Okay,
thank you.
So many ways, so many songs you can go through. Brother's Got a Baby, Dear Mama.
Wonder why they call you a bitch.
I'm gonna call you a bitch.
I just love saying that song.
So you want to be a thug?
So you want to be a thug.
Yeah.
And then you can also go to even like
I'm mad at you.
Machiavelli.
Yeah.
I'm mad at you. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's actually on my list. I didn't even think of Machiavelli Against All Odds. Listen to how that song. You say
Oh, wait, me and my girlfriend.
Me, my girlfriend.
That was America's Most Wanted.
Sheesh.
Me and my girlfriend was one of my favorite story songs for a long time.
And I was sad. It just took me into actual love songs. Like, oh my. We ain't gonna do that, are we?
Oh man, Parkland fucking. We talked about this a while ago too. About Park fucking. Will he ever follow the top 5, top 10, Mount Rushmore type of thing, right? And what your perspective was? He's falling out there because you're finding people are surpassing him because they're becoming better rappers and stuff like that. He's still within my top.
I have something to say. Okay. Why is hip hop the only genre of music that freaking does that? Once you get older, you're no longer good anymore. Like for instance, the Rolling Stones are always going to be considered one of the best rock bands ever. They're never going to get moved out. They're solidified. They're never going to go anywhere. The Beatles are stuck where they're at. They're never going to get moved out by anybody. Elvis Presley, never going to get moved out by anybody. By hip hop, the second you die or you're not doing it anymore, you're retired, all these new people have to come in and move you off of the Mount Rushmore. Where I find these new people got a lot of work to do. To get on there.
The thing is that everything you said is true, but I don't agree with none of it. I don't think that there should never be anyone that can be better than the Beatles. I don't think like people put them there into this, and I don't like that. And as far as when I do my list, it's not even usually new people. It's usually people that were out when Big and Pac were around, but they kept elevating and they just put more stuff up where I like them more than them. With the exception of Kendrick, he's a new guy, and he ran up my list, and J. Cole
Me
too.
too. I'll
You know what I mean?
give it to Kendrick.
But the thing is that you made really good points, and my counterpoint would be, why do they consider that in rock? It's like it's putting a limit to where people's greatness can go. Yeah. It's just like saying Rolling Stones is here, or Beatles. No one can ever be better than the Beatles. Why not? People will have more time to develop the talent. Yeah. People will have more time to do that. Like, you can get to where the Beatles are, and then that shouldn't be the ceiling. You should be able to still evolve.
Yeah. I feel like everyone after the... Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, man. But I feel like everyone after them are all their sons, man. Yeah. You're my son.
Yeah, but you can be both things. Yeah. You can be both things. Like, if my son came after me, did exactly what I did, but then still did better, I'd acknowledge that. They could still acknowledge he's my son, but they could acknowledge that he did surpass what I did.
So is there going to be a composer better than Beethoven or Mozart?
I don't know that genre enough to know that.
But there is it's an underlying problem with hip hop itself, and with the audience of hip hop. To be quite honest, is that even as a local artist, you can't do music past like 30, 40. As a hip hop, they're like, nah, you didn't make it. Yeah, you didn't make it. Yeah, but true. Mind you, 60-year-old guy over there who works over at the call center might be going to play a cover band. That night, and everybody's like, "Yeah, it's fine. He's a dude. He's a rock star."
Yeah. That is true.
It's the only music genre that seems to have a cap on it.
I think these might be two different arguments, because for what you're saying, I totally agree. Is that hip hop is the only music genre that has best before date. Yeah. Everyone else can, like, a country singer can come over right now and be 68 years old, and if he gets another hit, it's going to be on the radio or whatever. You can't have a 60-year-old rapper come out. They'd be like, no, because hip hop is considered for the young people. Now, I'm not saying that this is right. I'm just saying what I see, and that's where. So that's why I say it's a different argument, because I'm saying that is putting an age limit on hip hop, where I was more arguing towards the. Like, it's like we can never achieve the greatness of people that came before us in other people's eyes. Where I think that artists like Meth, he gotten better over time. Tech Nine, look at Busta Rhymes. You know what I mean? There's so many. Like, if when Pac died, you said who was better, Pac or Busta Rhymes? With the material I had out there, you wouldn't even. I'd say Pac. Yeah. But now.
Yeah, I still think it's a question.
No, I don't think it's a question. Well, that's your opinion.
Let's go.
Let's do it. Talking my two favorite rappers. It don't make me do this. No, I'm man. I don't want no part of that. You guys can talk. I'm gonna be quiet.
Because you know.
I'm gonna be quiet.
You know what I mean? That's what I'm saying. The proof is in the pudding. You know what I mean? That's like even Biggie. Biggie is amazing, but he truthfully only had 2 albums. It's almost unfair to compare him to somebody like Jay-Z, who's had like 13, because you have too much material. Now, if you want to go by skills, they have actually.
I'm gonna have a drink.
Yeah. Skills I got big.
You're making good points, and I feel where you're coming from. I respectfully don't agree.
Oh yeah, I'm not.
You know what I mean? But I what you're saying though does make sense. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like like I said, the Rolling Stones could come here tomorrow and sell the fuck out. Yeah. Right? Yeah. Why can't we do that with hip hop? Like I know that you're thinking it's kind of 2 different points, but it's kind of like it's 2 different points, but it's they kind of
there's an overlap.
Yeah,
there's overlap
together, right?
But the thing, and that is, well, I guess here is a bad example. It's because of our population, right? But you can see that these legacy acts, like Public Enemy, still goes out and does shows. They can still do it. It's just that where we are,
it's the market.
Our market here is just not. I remember when Fat Joe tried to come here, and he couldn't even sell enough to come.
Yeah.
The first time Jizza tried to come here, he couldn't sell.
I think that's more promotion, man. Like, and look where we're at.
That's what I'm saying. It's where we're at. Our market for hip hop.
I think our only hip hop artist that came here to actually sell out the Metro Center or Scotiabank Center, whatever the fuck you want to call it, was Snoop.
And I think 50 might have when he came.
No, he didn't sell out. He didn't sell out. It looked sold out, but he wasn't sold out. There was a few tickets left. I
was up front, so I don't.
If I got a show coming, first thing I'm doing is I'm going to radio stations. I'm gonna have to come out of pocket. I'm gonna have to get some commercials.
Yeah.
Run on the radio station. That's number one. The last thing I'm doing is sending those stuff on Facebook and social media because people don't give a fuck about that.
Yeah.
Like they could
because they get so much.
Yeah,
you don't need to do it.
I love the days of guerrilla marketing. I love the days of looking people in their face and handing them a flyer.
Yeah.
I love the days of putting them flyers on people's cars putting them up on poles. Yeah, that shit works.
Yeah.
Because if people constantly keep seeing this and keep seeing this and keep seeing this, they're gonna subconsciously think it's a thing. Everyone's going to this. I see it everywhere I go. Yeah. You know what I mean? More so than just sending out, to everybody on my Facebook page. You know what I mean? All my friends on Facebook. Here's a the Jizza's coming on this day.
Yeah.
Like I feel like you got to promote down here really, really hard.
You know what we don't have no more? We don't have the marquees. Like back in the day, like
true.
On this day, this one's coming, this one's coming, this one's coming. Like, we don't have that no more, right? Where people can see it.
The last two concerts I went to, I found out because I seen it on, is it a phone pole? Like the poles that they put posters on. That's how. That's the only promotion I've seen.
Yeah.
Promotion down here sucks.
It does. No one's really willing to go in the pocket for the promotion, right? Because they want to sell the tickets before they spend money.
Yeah.
And it's kind of you got to go the opposite way. You got to spend your money to be able to sell your tickets.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And people have had like a lot of bad experiences here trying to bring artists here and then getting held up at
the fucking border.
I know that happened again. He ended up in themselves for a couple of days.
Man. Big up the Quake. Quake had a video and fucking how can I forget his name, guys? Rock Nation with the beard. Freeway. So sorry, I apologize. Freeway was coming down for the video, right? This is a heads up to people who are bringing people down. He landed in Nova Scotia, right? And they said that he couldn't come. Now that's I guess okay. I guess he had some priors in the States and they didn't want to let him in. But what pissed me off is when he was actually talking to Quake, he said, "Man, I landed in Toronto like 3 different times and it was no problem. I landed in Montreal, it was no fucking problem." So if you want an artist to come down, you better fucking let them land in Montreal and go fucking drive down and get them. Don't let them land in fucking
Nova Scotia.
Don't let them land in Halifax.
No.
That happened with the 50 Cent concert. Mobb Deep was supposed to come.
Yeah.
They wouldn't let him here. And they've done shows in other places again. I don't know.
That's what I'm saying. To all promoters that are getting hip hop acts, especially hip hop acts that may have a little record behind them, don't no direct flight to Halifax. No. They're haters.
Yeah.
They're haters down here. They're gonna do everything to stop you. Montreal, Toronto,
or Maine.
I don't know about Maine because they still got to cross the border.
Yeah, but I think they can get the New
Brunswick. Actually, it'd be easier to cross the border there than it would be. You know what I mean? But maybe you're still crossing into New Brunswick, aren't you? From Maine?
Yeah, but I think you can get to New Brunswick a lot easier than you can Nova Scotia.
New Brunswick gets the shows.
New Brunswick's getting a lot of shows.
Okay,
now, right? So,
from me, I heard the safest place is either Toronto or Montreal. If you want your artist to actually touch down in Canada and you be able to bring them to the show, you bring them straight to Halifax, it's gonna be a problem right away.
Yeah.
So, if you're trying to be a promoter in Halifax, there's some gems for you.
Yeah. Buy a bus. Because you're going to have to get them down here somehow.
Yeah.
Now, I want to go back to the topic that you guys are scared to answer the questions on. But what we were talking about, because I want to...
He's those little things.
No, because I want to reiterate and make sure that when I was saying this about Pac and Biggie, whatever, going off the list, that it's not that I was disrespecting them and saying that, you know, they're not as good or whatever. It's not about me showing disrespect to them, but showing more respect to others that I've seen more stuff. Mm-hmm. Like, for instance, like Tech Nine's a person who I think that people don't put high enough on lists. You know what I mean? He's done crazy stuff. Mm-hmm. And it's just, to me, it's just like the contemporaries. Like, say, if there was a race and Pac and Biggie would have been in that race, Meth would have been in that same league, Nas and them, and if they're all racing in two... If people they tripped and they're out of the race, even though they was killing it and they were in the lead, the others are still going to eventually go past them.
Can we put Pac in that trip lace though? Because he's been going music forever.
Yes, but
ever since he's passed it, almost every year there was an album until like.
But I think that a lot of it was diluting his brand though. You know what I mean? Same with what they did with Biggie's post stuff. You know what I mean? And I think I said this on another podcast. The reason why a lot of us would never see anybody get past Pac or ever see anybody get past Big is they went around for a fall off. And I love Meth, but we know he put out some weak stuff. Others put out some weak stuff. These guys got cut short before that could happen. So of course we can only measure them with what they had. So they'll always be up here. But yeah, I ain't trying to sway nobody. I'm just saying, giving evidence to the court of hip hop, saying that I can see why they'd never leave, because we're always going to see them for what they did. We never seen them because who knows? Biggie's 5th album could have been a dud, right?
But like, it's kind of like saying, I get what you're saying. I understand because, you know, like you said, if it's a race, it keeps going and there's stop back here and it's gonna keep going. But at the same time, it's like, what about like to make a comparison? I say like Van Gogh, an artist, like just because he was making art way back here, and there's artists that keep going and you know that are born afterwards and art, you know, evolves. Does that mean that someone now that's doing art is better than Van Gogh?
Could be.
You know,
but that doesn't mean that Van Gogh is worse. That's what I'm saying. It would never. I don't ever want to diminish the greatness of this person, but I just want to give other people that are great too and able to surpass that greatness, because that's kind of stifles society if we're saying that we're here and we can't get past this. We can never be better than this. This is the best, and we can never get past it. It leaves no room for evolution.
I don't think that we can never get past it. It takes that special person to get past it. Like, for instance, Michael Jordan. I know there's the LeBron James and Michael Jordan thing, but in my eyes, LeBron James ain't done enough to be better than Michael Jordan. I don't give a fuck what anyone says. That's how I feel.
You gotta get past Kobe first.
Yeah, exactly. He ain't even past Kobe in my books, right? So there's Michael Jordan, then there's Kobe, then there's whoever you want to put there. Some people put LeBron, some people put Kareem, you know what I mean? But it would take a special fucking player that would be better than anybody that ever came before him to fucking do that. And I don't think that we have that right now.
Why are you stating it off of?
Yeah, what are we rating? What's the rating?
What's the rating
going
on
off of?
Yeah.
Off of delivery of hits? Like, what are we going off of?
So I'm going off of greatness. Like, for me, Pac and Biggie, they're the top tier. They're the top tier of the top tier. And you got to be some fucking magnificent. Change the whole change how hip hop is even going right now. You know what I mean?
You definitely have to put Kendrick in that sentence.
Well, now, I'm glad you said him because he's a guy I think got the potential, if he keeps on going, to maybe be there one day. But it's too early right now. You know what I mean?
So
like,
you don't think that he'd ever surpassed him?
See, and that's the problem with what we're saying.
I think he could be up there
but
with
check this
them,
out.
and maybe he could.
But the thing is that even with that statement, you're already saying he can't get there because you're saying it's too early. But he's already put out more work than both of them combined.
Has he though? Really?
Yeah.
Kendrick's put more work than Pac.
Then both of them combined.
Yeah.
Pac and Biggie.
Yeah.
While
Both
they
of
were
them
alive?
combined.
While they're alive. Yeah.
Okay, so you're not counting the back catalog of stuff that was
Oh,
recorded,
yeah.
but not
No,
released.
I'm not counting.
You're only counting up to Machiavelli.
No.
Well, you even count Machiavelli because Machiavelli came in after he died.
No, but he
he
oversees.
I know, he
That was his
oversaw it.
album.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was his album. All the other stuff after that was, what they thought he would put out, or what, blah blah, whatever.
I'll be honest with you. I'm speaking mainly for Tupac. I'll speak on Biggie too, but Tupac to me,
And Nas, for that matter.
it's different. He had thug life. He had a code for the whole streets to fucking live by. That was fair. Like if you wanted to sell drugs, if you wanted to be in a gang, not really sell drugs. If you were in a gang, there was rules that you had to go by. That's thug life. You know what I'm saying? Look it up. There's rules. No women, no children. You know what I mean? Like there's rules that he set. No, like Kendrick Lamar never did that.
And he wasn't focused on one medium either.
Yeah,
if he only would have focused on one medium, where would Tupac be?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He focused on movies, poetry, fashion.
Oh wait, well then we're going out of an argument that I'm not having because I'm only talking about music.
Yeah.
If you want to talk about influence and stuff like that, then that's a whole different thing.
Well, that's what we got to figure out. What's the
Thug Life, Thug Life is how many times he yelled Thug Life in his music? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know.
He had a group called Thug Life. Yeah, I'm just saying, it's for you to be a Pac. It takes more than just you doing music. You know what I mean? It takes more than just the music. You got to be more than that to be bigger than Pac. You can't just be just an artist. There, like I said, I think was it last week? I said about Nipsey. Like his interviews are just as interesting as his music, man.
Yeah, but that's somebody where I think it's almost unfair to just refer to him as a rapper. There gotta be a different title because it's more than that. Rapper is the music. This guy's in even before it was a term. These people are influencers.
Yeah.
True that.
So will we take him out of that category completely of the conversation?
No, if we were talking about influencers in hip hop, then no, I'm keeping Pac up there.
Yeah.
But when I'm talking about rappers, I'm just talking about the music.
Okay.
And the body of work with the music and even, how rhyme schemes have evolved, how lyrics have evolved, how all that stuff. I'm just talking about that. If we wanted to talk about influence, no, Pac is still shouted out now. Of course, he's going to be in the top 10. You know what I mean? He still influences rappers today.
Yeah.
So no. So if you want, if the argument was ever for how influential he was, then no, I'm on Team Pac.
Yeah,
He's there for he's still there for me.
Yeah.
Now, when we're talking about rappers with the music, and we want to just focus on just music, I can definitely name 10 rappers that I think are better than Pac.
Yeah, I think that's a bold statement. you got to prove that with there. You go live by there, bro.
You got to put your money where your mouth is. You have to break that list down, bro, and I'll let you know if I agree with that or not.
Oh, you want
3 hours?
10?
Yeah.
It's a lot, bro.
Yeah, I know.
10?
I can count to 10. I know how long it is.
I'm saying, like, you're going to have to show me that list, bro.
Okay.
Who's the first on that list?
First on the list is Busta Rhymes.
See,
What songs though?
I got nothing to
What
say
songs?
to that.
What songs?
Oh, well, that'll have to take some research.
Yeah, we got to do that.
I can't.
We got to do that one.
You're going to have to take over from me.
And then I'm
bro.
going to have DMX on there.
There's some, but there's some, but there's not.
Now,
you don't got as much.
I think DMX is a direct child of Tupac.
Yes.
Directly.
Yes.
I know. I'm not arguing that. Remember, I always said that you could be the child and surpass them. Like, I'm with you there.
But
There's too many accolades that you take into account.
Music. I'm just talking.
You're just talking about the music.
Just music.
Yeah, but even within the
Just
music
with the catalog versus catalog.
I
like Kendrick.
everyone's gonna take something out of it, right? So you might like Tupac more because of storytelling, or I might like Busta more because he's more fun with it. You know what I mean? Where you might like Jizza because he's more lyrical.
That's why we'd have to talk about.
I mean, like
what are we talking about? A more lyrical person? Is that where you want to go? You want to go? Who I think top 10 lyrical rappers, top 10 storytellers. Like it would have to be like the. Anyways. That's not something to make up on the spot. That's something that you want to do.
Like, to be honest, I don't think you're crazy for thinking how you think, bro. I don't. I think it's very logical. You know what I mean? And I respect what you're saying. I just respectfully don't agree right now at this point.
Oh, we ain't made the list yet. We have to. Wait. To be continued.
Yeah, exactly.
To be continued.
Exactly.
I won't be here for that, man. That's going to be a long one. I won't be here for that. So I'll just let you guys know right now. The first probably 3 names that I said, that's going to be 2 hours long. And that's only the first verses. So, and they're going to do top 10. I'm not going to be here for that, y'all. I'm just telling you that right now. That's gonna be a part of it. That's gonna be a part in its own, man.
Come on,
now, actually, I might have to be here to judge it because I don't really have a goat. Well, I got a goat, but that's my West Coast nigga, Mr. Snoop Doggy Dogg, my uncle. You know what I mean?
We need to come back to this.
But they gonna
rappers thing.
You want to see that?
Yeah. Know what? I think it'd be good.
Yeah,
you
10
know
rappers.
I
think is it just Pac or am I saying better than Biggie and Pac?
You gotta go, baby. You gotta go both.
Okay, yeah.
You gotta go both of them.
I'll put you. I'll show.
All right.
I think.
You gotta go both of them. You have to.
Yeah, you gotta go both.
You have to.
I ain't gonna sing because I'm gonna save it for later. But I see like a couple of them on the board right now.
I won't be here.
Lies. Blasphemy. Fugazi.
I see them.
Y'all got me spilling my shit, bro.
It's blasphemy.
Don't fuck with the God like that. No.
Why you mean you ain't gonna be here?
Remember, he talking about his music. He talking about stuff. You know where they sleep now.
I get you about hip hop evolving in wanting that to happen, and having hope that happens.
I think
that hip hop keeps moving.
I said characters. Some rappers.
I don't know, man. Some of them people that are they're getting surpassed. There are people that are saying.
Also, what are we saying? What is the assignment?
Yeah,
better, but better how?
What's the metric?
Because if you want to say battling on stage, that's a whole different thing than storytelling.
What good? You can be the best rapper in the world. You can have the best delivery in the whole world. But if people don't believe you, all that shit don't matter.
Yeah.
And also,
you could be technically the best rapper in the world, but if what you're spitting is bullshit and don't know what and believe it, then that makes everything that you're spitting, all this good shit, obsolete, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Oh shit, Pac ain't on neither of my list. So there's 5. Yeah. Halfway there.
I'm just saying, like, with me, the reason why I like Pac, I'll go with just Pac. You don't even have to bring Biggie in it. The reason why I say Pac, I'm sure you could argue with this, but I'm going to say it anyway. I think the difference between Pac and Biggie is this. Biggie changed hip-hop forever. He hip-hop was here, and when he came into the game, he upgraded hip-hop. He brought the bar up, right? And changed hip-hop. I think the difference between him and Pac is Pac changed the fucking world. You know what I mean? Where Biggie stayed in the realm of hip hop, where Pac went to the whole fucking world, man. He made people think different. You know what I mean? That's why I said earlier, like, Pac kind of raised me because he gave me when I was a youth, man, and I was looking for the right way to think and the right way to look at life. Pac gave me direction to look at life a certain way, and it was real as fuck. You know what I mean? And it was the way I felt like I should have been seeing the world in the first place. I watched too many sitcoms as a kid. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, you was living out.
I got my heart broken. Yeah, Fresh Prince got my heart broken when I realized shit wasn't like that. And
You know,
even
what,
family matters.
you got me thinking now because I wonder how far his Pac's influence went.
oh, jeez,
The world's a big place, remember?
it went far.
I
won't
know
say the whole world, but
I
just
know
say
that
cover a lot.
I know he definitely got North America on lock. Everyone there.
Yeah.
South America
I
too.
was just watching an interview.
And probably a lot of Europe.
They were
Yeah.
talking
South
about
America
children,
as well.
soldiers and
Yeah, I agree with
South
that.
America
Yeah.
too.
So
When they
from
get ready,
Africa,
when they get ready to
yeah.
go out and do their thing, they listen to Pac before they go.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So over in Africa, you got to.
Like he got it.
Ghana.
The one thing I was thinking about
Yeah.
as well is
Not all of Africa, but probably
Pac
some.
also changed what a diss record was. Think about that.
Jeez.
What do you mean?
Hit 'em up.
Oh,
Diss records weren't the same after that. Think about that for a minute.
jeez, I understand. Like that, I get it. I get what you're saying because the best diss record up to before Hit 'Em Up to me was No Vaseline by far, and that was going for your jugular.
Yeah.
But Pac went for
The whole thing, bro.
he was going for you and your wife's jugular. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, like, man, it'd be interesting. Like, I feel like we need a whole episode on this, what we're talking about right now. We need to all go back and
I'm saying, oh.
Scared.
fucking Snoop ain't involved, so he's
Exactly.
All right. Well, you know what I'll say for you guys that are on the Pac and Big side? You guys make a top 12 list because you know Pac and Big is in there, so put them there, and then 10 others.
okay.
And I'm going to find 10 that I think are better than Pac. And we're talking about rap, not influence and all that stuff.
Just rapping.
Because I agree with the influence with Pac.
Mm-hmm.
And even with Big. So I just want to talk about rap skills. We can even...
But that's what I'm trying. That's the point I'm making when I say you could be the best technical rapper in the world, but if no one fucking believes you,
Oh, yeah, I know.
it don't matter.
But that's
You
what-
know
yeah, I know.
And like,
And I'll take that into consideration while
Yeah.
picking my people.
okay,
You know what I mean? It's not going to be little Jimmy Jam from down the street.
There's gonna be cannabis. You know what I mean? Like,
Listen, Jimmy Jim got bars, bro.
Pac got bars too.
So does Jimmy Jim. Jimmy Jim got bars.
Because I feel like we're going somewhere. I feel like we could really go somewhere with this conversation. I feel like it could be a good thing. You know what I mean?
So well then let's end this at this.
Mm-hmm.
We got our assignments. Yeah, we're going to continue this.
I think Nick Cannon beats them all. You know?
He is a gigolo. It's hard to beat the gigolo.
Yeah.
It's hard to beat the gigolo.
Because I do respect where you're coming from. I'm just gonna say that before you know what I mean. Before we take off, I just want you to know I do respect your point of view, and I'm listening to it, and I'm taking it all in.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? But I think that it would take more time than what we have right now.
Yeah. I
To
guess
really everyone get
The
everything
28
else.
minutes that we talked about? Yeah.
Okay. All right. We're going to end this here. Good episode. As you already heard and you can realize, there's going to be a continuation to this where we're going to do a top 10 list of rappers better than Biggie and Pac. And you know what? It's going to be like that because that means that they have to try hard
Yeah.
to think outside the box and try and compete
Okay.
and find them.
Okay.
So that's what we're gonna do. All right.
I hear you. I hear you.
All right.
I won't be here.
Yeah. We doing it at his house.
I tell you that.
We going to go to him.
Go ahead.
So outside us knocking on the door.
And I won't be there. I won't be there.
All right. Well, this was a lovely episode. I think I already said at the beginning, episode 37. And we started a podcast. I'm John Kizzy. You know who is he? AKA Philly G, because they know who I be. Here with King Tig as always.
The King of Kings.
Two special guests, Nightbreed
Yes, sir.
and Ryan.
What up?
And we're going to catch you next time.
Deuces.
Peace.
Peace.